Well, welcome back. It's Melanie, your She Shed Scrapper. So today I am back with a one-page layout using the Legendary collection from Coco Vanilla Studios. I had this scrap piece of wood grain, which I think is a great wood grain, and then a scrap piece of this other pattern paper that I decided to cut into a semicircle. I had plans to cut a full circle, but I was only going to use half of it, and so I decided just to use the scrap piece that I had and just cut out whatever I could of the circle with that scrap piece of paper. So I just have this one photo of my youngest, and his hair is in a mohawk and adorable. And then I found the cut apart that said, "You are my sun, my moon, and all of my stars." And I just thought it was adorable, and I loved that saying, and so I decided to kind of use that as my title. I wanted another kind of pattern paper, so I dug out this orange. I pretty much have a full collection of Legendary left. I probably have dug into it here and there, but for the most part, it's a full collection. So I am going to end up popping this up on foam tape, but no, I kind of want to add to the layout, and so I don't tape it down quite yet. I have so much of this collection. I think I have decided I must have had at least 3 of the ephemera because there are duplicates in the packaging. I do have the Boys Rule collection as well, and that is what I just went through. This here is the Legendary collection. So I'm kind of peeking through what maybe I could use. I decided to kind of, in a way, stick with the sun, moon, and stars theme. I say that lightly because I add a moon, and at the end I add some stars. So not like a in-your-face theme whatsoever, but I just wanted to kind of see what ephemera I had left. I found one that said, "Hey there," or "Hey, good looking," and I thought that was perfect. I knew I needed to include that somewhere. So there's the moon. I decided to kind of add that to the top right, and a lot of times I don't just kind of have, I'll call them floating embellishment clusters, but I decided to do so with this one. And I need to apologize for the lighting. I had a little time to myself, which hasn't happened very often this summer. So I had to go out to the she shed kind of in the evening, and my she shed has 3 walls of windows. So the sun was starting to, get a little bit lower and shine through the windows. So right now I have water bottles in front of my desk, and you can kind of see the reflection on the top right corner of that. So I'll move those, but then the sun just starts coming down. I decided to add that, I think it's 2.5 or 3-inch strip across the page just to kind of anchor my photo. And then it also kind of helped bring in some more colors, another pattern. But I just felt like my photo needed something. And so I did bring that in. I found a journaling card from Not Just for Boys. Their packaging ends up being like either cut aparts or journaling cards, and I just think that is genius, and the color matched great. So I just layered that behind the cut apart there. And then I'm just kind of, I guess, taping down and committing to the clusters. I liked that, hey, good looking down on the bottom right. I apologize too. I was trying to get the TV to work. I have an internet, a Wi-Fi extender, and it doesn't always work in the she shed. But while I was doing this and fussing with the TV, I was curious if any of you do other things while scrapbooking, whether it be watch TV, listen to music, or I don't think I can't be the only one that watches TV. I just feel like I need something else going on. And so I pretty much always am watching TV while I scrapbook. So I did pop that rad up on foam tape at the top, just again to give a little bit of dimension. Taped everything down and then decided to go into my Scrap and Happy Studio stash to see if I could find any flares to kind of go with the layout. I found the perfect kind of plain flare, so I did just tuck that in. Sometimes I'll add like phrase stickers to it, but I just thought that kind of added a little bit more to that cluster in the bottom right. And then I found these stars, and again, there's a moon, so I decided to bring in some stars, and so I am going to add one to the bottom right and then kind of fuss with this top cluster a little bit and add one to the top left cluster there and overlap it on that cut apart just a little bit. I am just about done with this layout. It came together quite quickly. I did find, oh, what's that collection called? Their new collection. No Limits, I think is what it is. I found a chipboard star that was the light, like the color of that pattern paper. So I did add one to that top cluster. And then I just kind of felt like it needed kind of enamel dots to finish off the layout. Also, oh yeah, I forgot. I did bring in a star at the bottom of that cut apart. I just wanted some little addition down there. And I thought the star overlapping the word star worked out perfectly. And then I'm just going to finish off with enamel dots, and that is actually from the Legendary collection. I had just enough left. I finished that package, so I was happy with that, but that is going to finish off this layout. I highly doubt it's available anymore, this collection, but I will look, and if it is, I'll link it down below. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you next time. Bye, guys.